Hello, hello, it's Kevin here. So, I haven't made a video for a couple of days, so I thought I would make one now. So, I have a channel on Telegram, IELTS 9 Pro. Sorry, IELTS 9, IELTS 9.pro. And I invited some of the members to write an essay, and I said I would make a video and commentary, which is what I'm going to do today. So, we've got the same question. So, the internet allows us to stay connected with each other no matter where we are. On the other hand, it also isolates us and encourages people not to socialize. To what extent do you agree or disagree with these statements? So, we've got two essays on the same subject or topic. I'm going to go through them line by line, and we'll see how it goes. So, first thing the examiners do is count the words. I did 281 and 332. Now, the next thing the examiners do, so they start with the length requirements, count the words, okay. Then task achievement or task response. They work through the criteria in order. So, we start with task response first. Now, this basically means, do you answer the question? Now, that may seem an obvious point, but many people don't. They don't answer the question. They write something that possibly is related to the topic or question, but it's not as asked. So, we'll see what these two people do. So, we need a structure. So, agree or disagree, we've got two statements. Now, I don't know if this is a real proper question. It looks kind of strange because we've got two different things. It allows us to stay connected. On the other hand, it also isolates us and encourages people not to socialize. So it's asking, do we agree or not with the statements? So it's an opinion essay, essentially. They want to know what you, the author, student, what you think. Let's find out. Now, I'm going to track the changes also, and I'll put these files, I'll send them to the respective students, and I'll put it on the website. So, it is argued that the internet has provided who, with whom, or what situation for people to able to keep in touch with each other no matter where you settle. So, okay, is a paraphrase, but could be done a little better. It, however, can lead to isolation and can leave people on their own. Isn't that the same as isolation? So, it, however, can lead to isolation. I would argue that although the internet seems to isolate the public from each other, the technology has helped us to be in touch. So, okay, we've got a slight seemingly contradiction here, but we'll carry on. It's not too bad so far. So, now what you need to do for your paragraphs, you need to introduce your main idea first. Then develop it, explain it, and give an example. So, when getting on the bus or entering public places, for example, you'll see people's head buried on their phones, or not buried on, they'll be buried in people's heads. We're talking about more than one head, and they are on their own. Now, I don't know why we have an example for the first sentence of the body paragraph. Surely we need to say what the main idea is of the paragraph and then have an explanation later. Okay, to some, this means that the cutting edge technology, well, it doesn't really mean that at all. Cutting edge, are mobile phones the cutting edge? Why not simply say mobile phone? And again, it depends what you're doing on your phone. If you're talking about the connected to the internet on the phone, then okay. To some, this means that cutting edge technology of internet has put people in an isolated situation. All right. and encourage them not to talk with others or not to talk to others. However, I am of the opinion that the story behind the scene differs from what it seems. Well, what exactly is the story behind the scene, and how does it differ from what it seems? So, right, what this question is asking, it's asking, do you agree or disagree with the statements? We are connected, however, we're also unsociable because we're on the internet and we're not interacting with real people. Do you agree or disagree with that? So, okay, when you go onto a bus, people's heads looking at the phones and not talking to each other, the story behind the scene differs from what it seems. Well, how is it differ from what it seems? I mean, if somebody has their head in a mobile phone and they're not talking to people sat next to them or sat around them, then they're not socializing. They can't be socializing because they're not talking to people. So, okay, all right. We'll carry on. It used to be people could not able, or were, right, well, either were not able or could not be able. No, I think were not able is better. We're not able to connect with their friends and family members living in far-flung places easily. Thanks to the internet, people from four corners of the world can stay in touch with each other with the click of a mouse. For example, about 30 years ago, people had no choice but to send a mail. Didn't we have the telephone 30 years ago? Could you not call people on the telephone? Okay, if you say not. People had no choice but to send a mail to communicate with their friends, which is a time-consuming process. Nowadays, however, you can make video calls when you're away home on the bus, you're drinking your coffee, internet calls, and connect with your beloved who? With your beloved, leading to establishing relationship. What? Establishing an relationship or establishing relationships? Well, if whoever this person is beloved, then surely you have a relationship. You're not establishing one. So I'm not quite sure what that means there. So this essay, it's not bad, but it could be arranged in a slightly different way, which I think would work better. Do you agree or disagree? Okay, you would argue that technology helps keep in touch, so I'm not really sure what you agree with or you disagree with. So, from what you say here, it seems that you disagree that it encourages people not to socialize. However, then you say, well, actually, when you get onto a bus, you can see people are not socializing, they're staring at the phones. So here you say, although it seems to isolate, and then you say, well, it does isolate, and now you say it helps to keep in touch with certain people. Okay, in conclusion, I hold the view that the internet gives us a chance to get connected, while others believe it motivates us to be alone and not sociable. Okay, it's not too bad, but you know, a bit slightly better organisation of the information could be more useful. Okay, essay 2. It is true that the internet lets us have, we don't need that too, have a connection with each other regardless of our locations. But then, it makes individuals isolated and unsocial. I firmly agree with the statement, as firstly the internet is our relationship with others virtual, and secondly, the majority of people do the daily activities online, don't have to interact with others. Okay, not too bad. It is obvious that by using the internet, individuals can get in touch with each other in spite of the distance. Okay, good. You can text or video call with your family members, friends, colleagues, etc. These connections are virtual. Well, if you're video calling, then it's not virtual. I mean, you know, if you're texting, then okay, it's just text. But if you're video calling and I can see your face, I can have eye contact, I can hear your voice, it's as if your face is right in front of mine. So that doesn't really make a lot of sense. Slight contradiction there. Okay. These types of conversations, such as texts and messages, are not able to show the real feelings and thoughts. Oops. Sorry, some noisy traffic outside of my office window. However, back to the point. So, you cannot have eye contact or face-to-face talking. Well, right. So, you need to change this because you're contradicting yourself. Alright? You can text or video call. However, if you video call, you can see, but you say that you can't have eye contact. So, you need to take a video calling out, but you can't really do that because everybody knows that you can video call, you know, and it's so easy on Skype or FaceTime or any, you know, a myriad of platforms. Do many people really send only texts anymore without making video call? So this needs to be a little more clear, I think, or clearer. Okay, in result, as a result, people do not have a real connection. Okay, for instance, recent research by Tehran University, a majority of interviewees, what, people being interviewed? Or you mean people being interviewed for the research? Okay. Preferred, because it's in the past tense. How do you spell that? Preferred. To have face-to-face talk rather than virtual connecting because of a possible misunderstanding in online connections. Well, again, you need to be very careful and spell out exactly what you're talking about. If I call you on Skype and we're both using a camera, I can see your face. So there's no misunderstanding of what you say. So I think this needs a bit of reworking to make it clear and less contradictory. So, in addition, e-purchasing, online classes, make people isolated, in different places, managing their daily tasks. Now, okay, that is good, yeah. However, again, you know, they might be doing that at home. You know, if they're going to work, they might be talking to people there, so I don't know. This means that individuals do not interact with each other in the real world. Well, I don't think that's strictly true. I mean, you know, if people go to work, you have to talk. If you go to a corner shop to buy some bread, you have to talk. So the only way that this would work is if you stay in your house 24/7 and you never speak or go outside. Then that might work. Okay, so again, this needs to be clearer as to what you mean. So this means, okay, less interactions and communications in the community. For example, in the past, we went to a travel agency to reserve a ticket, so this caused them to communicate with agency staff. But now there's especially online, people do not even know the name of the agent. Well, yeah, but how many times do you purchase a ticket from a travel agency? I think a better, so you know, it's okay, but anybody with any real world experience would say, well, this is not strictly true, really. Okay, in conclusion, the internet makes connections more convenient, isolates people, makes them unsociable. I think you will find unsociable, as connections, text, so now it's got some good points. But there's contradiction. You need to be clear. Remove anything that is contradictory, such as video and this about nobody speaks to anybody because they do everything in the real world on their phone, which is not true. So, not bad, and the other one, again, not too bad. We just need to work a little bit on, this one needs a bit more information, and this one needs to be a little clearer and remove the contradictions. Okay.